Hi everyone, it's David from Osler Images. What we're going to do today is a shoot with a bunch of girls. They're building their portfolio. I'm going to use a different locations, so we're going to move from here in Melbourne in Hosier Lane, and then we're going to move to different parts of the city. I've brought a range of gear. We're going to be using Profoto lights, and I'm going to be shooting with the Sony A7Rii. So I'll talk to you again soon. Okay, so what I thought I'd show you is the gear I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using the Profoto head. This is the B1, and also a Profoto softbox. It's the 2-inch. I'm using the grid inside, so therefore the light doesn't spill around everywhere. And this will actually be holding the light on as well. So basically, all you do is undo this, put this into the unit.
Hi guys, made it.
Morning guys. Like that. Take the top off, obviously, the protector, and then this will go into here.
It does take a little bit of practice to get that on. Once you get used to it, it gets quite quick.
Just like that. Okay, so what we have to do here today, this is Ashley being shot. Now what I have to do first, I'll just come around to the front of the camera. I'm using the Air remote, but before I can use this, I've actually got to get my ambient exposure. So what I'm going to do, before I turn this Air remote on, I'm going to shoot on manual. Now I've got to be aware of the shutter limit of these lights, so I can't go over 200th of a second. So I'm going to use the lowest ISO possible, so I'm probably going to start with 100 ISO. And I want to be nice and shallow in the depth of field, so I'm going to go to F4. And then the shutter speed, I'm just going to use something fairly low, 1/25th of a second. Now that gives me a fairly dark background, but I'm going to light Ashley up with the flash. So what I'm on is 1/60th of a second. Now because this lens is stabilised, it should be fine shooting at that, and the flash will also keep it hopefully sharp. So now what I'm going to do now is turn the flash on. Now I'm shooting manual, so I'm not sure what this is going to be until I take a shot. So this is going to be a test shot. Ashley, I'm just going to do a test shot, all right?
So I got Ashley to do a number of different poses. Once the aperture and shutter speed and the flash was setting correct, you can just keep shooting away. You can see one of the results here on the right hand of the screen. What I wanted to do then was I wanted to move a little bit forward because I wanted to get a headshot. Now nothing had to change because all the settings were still the same. I can move as long as the flash doesn't move, and the background exposure obviously is going to stay the same unless there was a dramatic change like clouds or something like that changed. So I was pretty happy with the results.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to get Ashley to work in this doorway. So the ambient exposure should still be the same, but I'll just check. Kez, can you move over that side there, just so you're firing light into her face? Now I'm going to have to raise the ISO just a little bit here. It's a fraction dark. So I'm going to go get the ISO up to 3/20th of a second and try that. I'll do a test and just see. Now the flash now is too strong, so I need to bring that down.
If you look at the flash unit, you'll actually see the numbers changing.
Bring it down to stop. There. Yeah, they're fine now. Okay. Okay, so just work that corner. Beautiful.
Now what I wanted Ashley to do here was to sit down on an angle, obviously away from the camera, and I was going to get her to shoot some different shots using poses sitting down.
Just be conscious too of, like you said, that's perfect how you've got your feet, how they're straight like that.
This is where it's great to have a good assistant. Kerry knew she had to put the flash down.
Beautiful. Face detection's working really well. So I might come down this way. Okay, so this is Ella. Now what we're going to do this time, she wants to do some dancing moves. So again, I'm going to check the ambient exposure before I set up the flash. So I'm still on F4. I think it's going to be about right on what it's on F4, 200th of a second, and I'm on 160 ISO. Okay. Kerry, do you want to move out with the flash? So now I'm going to turn on this unit. So what I do now is I switch it on the Profoto unit, and I can adjust the exposure with this energy setting.
That's the beauty of doing this wirelessly. I can change it right from the camera.
Now, Kez, we might put you on the other side, I think. Let me have a look. So I'm going to go really low, but I'm just going to do a test exposure.
So you can see here that I always do a test exposure to check that everything's running fine.
Okay, Ella, whenever you're ready. Okay, whenever you're ready, all right? So start now. Okay, go again. Looks amazing, that lighting, though.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, you ready? So, oh, hang on, I need to go back further. You ready? We'll go again. Go. Let me check that just to see if that's okay. Yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, do you want to just try and jump too? So, all right, so on 3. Hang on a sec, just wait for this guy to go past.
Luckily we started very early in the morning. It gets very busy in Hosier
Ella,
Lane.
do you reckon that you can jump facing that way though? Only because the light's coming from that side. And just be conscious when you look to have your face sort of looking towards Kerry's flash. All right? So hang on a sec. All right, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Now you can see the result on the right hand side. Then Ella decided that she'd do some dancing moves. I love this one. It looked really aggressive. As you can see when you look at this large image, I love the ambient background. It's really quite beautiful. I did underexpose a touch. Then the girls decided that they'd just walk away for the final of this part of the video, and we'll see you again in part 2, which will be online shortly.